Welcome to Traveling While Black.
Hey, what's up? I'm Anthony, this is my wife Marley, and welcome to another episode of Traveling While Black.
Yes, welcome back everyone. As a brief reminder, our show is based on our experiences traveling, and we base those experiences off of how good of a drive it was, how much fun we had, and most importantly, how comfortable do we feel as Black people visiting for the first time.
Welcome to the second episode of our Seattle Southside regional series. The series where we explore all the cool things to do within the three cities that make up the Seattle Southside region.
Yes, and for this episode, we're going to check out some locally owned Black businesses within Seattle Southside. And as a reminder, the cities that we're focusing are on Sea Tac, Tukwila, and Des Moines.
Yep. Be sure to check out our first episode of the series where we gave an overview of the three cities, and definitely come back next week for our must-see things to do within the Seattle Southside.
Yes, but for now, take a look at this episode and let us know what you think.
Welcome to our Seattle Southside Regional Series, where we will be showcasing the cities and things to do within those cities that make up what is known as the Seattle Southside region. Those cities being Des Moines, Tukwila, and Sea Tac.
The first episode of the series, we gave an overview of the three cities within the region. Another episode, we will focus on must-see and do activities within the region. But for this episode, we will be checking out local Seattle Southside Black businesses.
Finally, just a reminder that the grading scale for this series will be unique in that it will be spread out across each of the three episodes, meaning that each episode will focus solely on a specific grading scale.
Without further ado, enjoy episode number 2.
Drive grade. For this episode, we won't give a drive grade, since we covered it in the first episode of the series.
But if you happen to miss last episode, be sure to check it out. Seattle Southside Part 1, episode 133 overall. Comfortability for Black people. The percentage of Black people in Seattle is around 7%, but for the cities within the Seattle Southside region, the Black population percentage is much higher than that of Seattle, with Sea Tac having the most at 23%, followed by Tukwila at 20%, and finally Des Moines with the lowest of the three still coming in at 9%.
Based on these stats, it's no surprise that there will be plenty of Black-owned businesses within the Seattle Southside region to choose from. So, for this episode, we decided to go and check out a couple within each city, not only to see what's up with them, but also to show you beautiful people where you can go within the Seattle Southside to support.
Des Moines was our first stop, and for having the lowest percentage of the three cities, they still had some great options for Black businesses. One of the places we chose was Creole Soul, where we stopped in to have some brunch.
Located at 22341 Marine View Drive South in Des Moines, Creole Soul is a New Orleans-inspired restaurant that serves up classic New Orleans food along with some great cocktails. The New Orleans vibe makes a lot of sense, being that the owner, the boss Hampton Issam, is a native of New Orleans. Where Hampton first started as a food truck is now a brick-and-mortar restaurant that he runs along with his wife.
The brunch was amazing and tasted just like we had gotten it straight from New Orleans. Everything again tasted great, the New Orleans style quiche, the catfish was definitely some of the best we've had since moving here, and of course, the bottomless mimosas wasn't a bad touch either.
Yep, we definitely recommend stopping into Creole Soul, not only for a great experience, but also some really great tasting food. You know we will be back.
Yes, Creole Soul was great, but with it being that Creole Soul is a 21 and up establishment, we wanted to check out a business that is open for all ages while we were in Des Moines.
And for that, what better place to visit than a donut shop? That shop was Minnie the Donut, where we stopped in to grab a couple of their signature mini donuts.
Located at 21925 Marine View Drive in Des Moines, Minnie the Donut sits in a small building, but the small building contains a whole lot of deliciousness inside. The business was started by Damone Goyer, who turned to the donut business after retiring from an acting career.
Ordering donuts at Minnie the Donut is an experience because all donuts are freshly made. So we got to watch Des Moines do his thing right in front of us, and the end result was a great tasting donut. We will be back again, and we also recommend you all stopping in.
The Black businesses within Des Moines did not disappoint, but it was time to move on to the next city, and next up was Sea Tac.
Needing a little boost, we decided to stop by Star Coffee, located at 16005 International Boulevard in Sea Tac. Star Coffee is actually more than a coffee shop. It is in fact a traditional Ethiopian-style restaurant, specializing in lamb, beef, and veggie dishes.
But for our visit, we were just there for some of their Ethiopian coffee. We both had the Ethiopian macchiato, and it was delicious as advertised. We'll definitely have to come back to try the food.
For the next business within Sea Tac, we headed to the Sea Tac International Mall, located at 20804 International Boulevard in Sea Tac.
Sea Tac International Mall is filled with stalls rented out by small business owners who are primarily East African immigrants or refugees. The businesses each feature different things such as home decor, traditional African clothing, and even food and groceries in the back.
What's dope about Sea Tac International Mall is that the intent is to be an incubator that helps immigrant business owners grow their businesses, like by offering all owners free business, marketing, and computer classes. On our visit, we hung out with 2 owners responsible for helping to create these opportunities for their community, and they gave us great insight into their mission.
Definitely consider stopping by and supporting at least one, if not all, the businesses located within. After our visit to Sea Tac International Mall, we were ready for the next city and for some more food, so we headed to Tukwila and dropped into Spice Bridge International Food Hall.
Located at 14200 Tukwila International Boulevard, Spice Bridge International Food Hall has a mission similar to Sea Tac International Mall, in that it is also an incubator which helps South King County women of color, immigrants, and refugees start and grow thriving businesses. The only difference is this program's main focus is in the food business.
The building has 4 cook stations, 4 food retail stalls, and a community dining area. Up to 20 food businesses can be accommodated. On the day of our visit, there were 3 different restaurants serving food. We tried a little bit from each, and they were all delicious.
With all of the chefs being from different countries, it was like we were getting to taste some of the best food from all around the world right in one place. Just like Sea Tac International Mall, we definitely recommend stopping by and supporting at least one, if not all, of the businesses located within.
Finally, for Tukwila, we wanted to check out another Black-owned business that sounded really cool, Legacy Gaming, located at 654 Stranded Boulevard. But unfortunately, we weren't able to experience what it was like due to it being closed for the day.
Yeah, we were really disappointed, as we were huge retro video game fans, and that's exactly what Legacy Gaming offers. Among other gaming systems, visitors can game out in the gaming lounge that features PCs, old and new consoles, and VR gaming.
The reason we want to shout this business out, even though we were not able to experience it, is because of how the business gives back. Owner Juan Cooper, along with his business partner, use the income to build a nonprofit that mentors kids who are interested in careers in STEM.
Yep, pretty dope. And that is a great segue in how we felt in regards to comfortability for Black people about our visit to the Seattle Southside overall. See, of course, going into Black businesses owned and operated by Black people, the chances are we were going to feel comfortable. But what really made us feel really comfortable, and not just comfortable, but really, really good about our experiences overall, is how a lot of these Black businesses are giving back and really building a strong foundation for the community.
Yes, just like Juan and STEM Mentoring for Kids, or both Sea Tac International Mall and Spice Bridge International Food Hall, who are helping generations of Black and other people of color get the tools they need to grow. As long as efforts like these by businesses who look like us keep on keeping on, then the future of Seattle Southside looks really bright.
And that's why, based on our experience with the Seattle Southside, we give a 5 out of 5 for comfortability for Black people. Level of fun. For this episode, we won't give a level of fun grade, but be sure to check out our next episode of the series, our must-see and do activities episode for a fun grade.
For this episode, we will say that at all the Black businesses we visited, we had a lot of fun. And again, we definitely recommend checking them out.
We hope you found this episode to be helpful and entertaining. Be sure to check out our previous episodes.
And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and check us out on all of our social media platforms.
Until next time, beautiful people, stay up, stay true, and do you.